Something else he said in the interview that was profound is that, you know, them can't really do it alone. Check the levels.
As a culture, for us to actually make a mark, it can't just be one person doing well. It has to be a group of us doing extremely well. A collective of us doing if we actually want to turn up the industry and get a proper industry working and in cycle. That's why I'm specifically say on stage, reggae and dancehall, because they might try split up the thing. We can't, there's this big argument of splitting up the genre. We can't afford to do that right now because we need the unity of both genres coming together to actually be impactful before we can even discuss anything of separating the genre or whatever. Let me tell you why. Because in most categories, right, you have 500 or 800 entries. This year, we only had 77 entries. So if we was to split this up right now, they would probably delete the whole category.
Wow. And I really appreciate Keznamdi's perspective on that, because I am one of them who felt like separate dancehall and reggae, for example. Speaking specifically as it relates to the Grammys, I hear him say like other categories have over 500 and odd entries, and reggae and dancehall together just had 70 odd entries. So in doing that separation now, it means less albums going to get submitted, which to the persons who are doing the awards, the Academy, for example, I go see that as,
oh, this don't make no sense.
It don't make any sense. It don't make any sense. So that's the first time I actually look at that perspective. What you feel, Chris?
No, personally, I'm never really one to say it should be separated. I think at one point I was saying to you, probably not on the pod, but I was saying to you that it would be interesting to see a reggae and a dancehall artist collaborate on an album. Just like how you'd have Damian Marley and Nas, Distant Relative, a hip hop and a reggae. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if personally I can't recall of any being out there. So my thing is and the truth is they don't all have to be like a collaboration on each track. They can have the singles as well, but just that level of force where two prominent, one reggae, one dancehall, do a collaborative album. You understand what I'm saying? And interestingly, I see where
Morgan Heritage and Beenie Man.
That was the tour.
That was the point I was going to bring up. So who knows? Maybe that is the starting point of what's to come, because having a Morgan Heritage and a Beenie Man on one ticket, touring together, it not get no better than merging dancehall and reggae like that. And you're talking about two entities will have real great hit songs for days, and Morgan Heritage are great performers. So too is Beenie Man.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, even to look at it on a wider scope, you find that a lot of entertainers who travel and go out there in the world, a lot of them will have like a similar POV, like Keznamdi, like, you know, okay, we need unity, we need that unity, we need to move as a collective, we need that collaboration. I think even Russian did have a meds like that, you know.
Oh, 2 years ago.
It was a Let's Be Honest podcast with Jeffrey, I think. Check the levels.
I think the problem with dancehall is that the man them always want to pick one person for lead. I think that's actually mashing up the whole genre. Because one man can't push a genre, no matter how big you is. One man is not pushing hip-hop. One man is not pushing Latin music. One man not pushing Afro. One man not pushing pop. It's consecutively 10 to 15. And the problem with what we have in Jamaica is, him alone run the place. And music can't be that big with one man. It have to be 8 hot artists pushing at one time, so the world can say, what is this movement? So, as I was saying, we need that. We need to come out to the mentality that if we really love the music and want it to grow, we have to come out to the mentality of saying, that one man here.
Yo, real talk from Russian. And I think Russian, even more than Keznamdi, kind of make it a little clearer. So you have a better understanding.
Maybe we'll take this one moniker a little too much. Like, you know, it's a one boss. One cartel, one massacre.
And this are the next thing where the fans them for understand, you know, in saying one man can't really run the thing, it's not taking anything away from your favorite artist, you know.
True.
And I feel like sometimes that is where the fans them get cross. Not take, not chat, not check.
And I don't feel like said that really imply that there can't be like lyrical competition or lyrical. You understand what I say? As long as it keep musical, you get, because the truth is that definitely helps. Iron sharpen iron. You understand what I say? And even back to the idea that I was saying, a prominent reggae artist and a prominent dancehall artist, and they don't even have to be prominent. It can be an upcoming artist, but two talented artists. Try that, because even as a reggae artist, their process of creating is a little different from dancehall artists' process of creating. However, what we normally see is that a lot of times reggae come with a little more quality. So you see that quality control where this, like a dancehall artist learn from how the process of a reggae artist, and vice versa. A reggae artist would learn just how to kind of make them think a little sharper for the street. I feel like that's a win-win for the culture.
And here my tiny issue with your proposal. Right? I find that your way of doing it is somewhat slow and specific and kind of come off individualistic, even though it is the merger of a dancehall and a reggae artist.
Okay, why?
So because you're talking about a single reggae artist and a single dancehall artist collaborating for a complete project. Right? So individualistic in the sense of, in terms of reach, effectiveness, and approach, I would more, think Russian suggestion, for example, would be far more impactful because we're all adults. Why is it that industry players can come together, the entertainers, and know, say like, all right, we want to infiltrate the international scene, and here we have 5 reggae artists, 5 dancehall artists, together this is 10 of us going out there to impact in a global sense, as opposed to working with a few producers, one single reggae, one single dancehall. Because so I'm just going off of the suggestion that Roshan gave us as it relates to what is truly required to propel the culture to the next level. Oh,
so I get what you're saying, but what I was saying is that's just one element of it that I said can be a part of the bigger process. You understand? Because again, it's even that whole thing where you say 5 artists, I guess, whether going on tour. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man, like touring, infiltrating the space, because your idea is sweet.
No,
it's cool.
That was just but that is just a part of the bigger picture. Because, like I said, when I looked at distant relatives, you understand that was 2 separate genres coming together, making an album. So it's almost like I just feel like with reggae and dancehall being, I guess, what brother and sister are siblings. Why not try something like that? That's just a one-off project I was talking about.
No, and what is even more impactful than that suggestion is what Beenie Man and Morgan Heritage are going to do for the summer, right?
I'm saying. I'm not
KRIS,
saying what.
Take your beating.
It's not a beating thing, I'm just saying. I'm not saying what is more impactful, I'm just saying.
I get you.
There are different ways you can kind of collaborate.
No.
You understand?
I totally get it. But also I said too, in the same breath, just to look at what is going on in the space. I feel like this Morgan Heritage and Beenie Man collaboration, for example, will definitely impact the culture, impact the genre, because now you have reggae and dancehall on display come summer. The King and the Royals.
Imagine if they were touring an album called The King and the Royals.
Look. That's okay too, KRIS. That's okay.
I'm just saying, no, it's not that.
I said it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a part of a bigger plan.
I'm not saying that it's a bad idea. I'm saying it's a good idea. It's just that where the conversation is now, for that global impact and just to do something where the world can feel that, it will require the man them collaborating collaborating on a higher level and moving as a collective.
Yeah. No, just do a one verse for a man's song and then nobody never ever see you with this person or we never do this song together nowhere.
You just see a video and the video sometimes just seem like them not even there in the same place or you know what I mean?
You know, speaking of that, you know one of the things I find very interesting?
What?
There's a script where you know the music, especially dancehall. You see when they have the issues, they are the ones who create the issue, you know.
Yes.
The stop link. When they do link and resolve the thing, whether it's because of money, they just pull for the script. Yeah, man, this they see them never want to see. You see me? Yeah. Bad mind people never want to see this.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder who them attack. Nobody never put them up against each other. They are the ones who, whether them throw shade and all them something. You know, I always find that very
interesting.
Very laughable.
Yeah, but really and truly though, I feel like the man and woman them are big people. And you must can think outside the box. Don't look at it as you don't want one bridge your energy or that type of thing. So
even though that's real.
No, I know. Yeah. Look, I'm very big on energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right here next to me because your energy is good.
I'm not taking your energy.
I mean your energy introduces you before anything else. But what I say is that sometimes when somebody is on their high road and you feel like it's your moment and you're shining, you feel like connecting or collaborating with somebody else is like you don't want to give them your spotlight. You more perceive it as a shared spotlight as opposed to looking at the bigger picture.
And I think that's the reason why it always tends to be a moment rather than a movement. You understand?
Yeah.
Because
that's very good.
Yeah.
Can you repeat it for effect?
I think that's the reason why it's always, most likely it's always a moment rather than a movement.
Yeah.
You understand?
Word.
Because I think it just have to do with intentions. So if someone come around you with a selfless approach, they're gonna be like, yo, how can we enhance or add quality to each other I guess material or whatever. You understand? But if it's a case where the person, the hot person, me just go over there and bridge him energy and me cut as me get like a little momentum, then obviously that. So I understand that everybody have to kind of grab
and that's just the mentality of the business, which it makes you wonder, like even this ongoing conversation about unity in the industry and what is required, just that level of collaboration, like will we ever see it in our lifetime just based on how individuals are?
Listen, if the truth is, if we have never had a Bounty and Beenie tour, you understand? Like they are doing a couple of shows together, and we don't know if people even interested in that. No, that's an interesting question if people would still go, but we don't know if we'll ever get a Movado Cartel tour like that. Still possible, but we don't know. It really
who knows? This is what I'm gonna see the glass half full, right? And I feel like this collaborative tour coming up with Morgan Heritage and Beenie Man may likely be the beginning of what we can see happen in the culture.
Definitely wish them well on that.
Yeah, I just feel like this is perhaps the beginning. Who knows? We may see more entertainers taking a similar approach because you know how the industry stay. Levelz.